Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a technology that is seriously changing the game for online security, the virtual browser. What is it really? And could it finally be the key to browsing the web without constantly looking over your shoulder?
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You get an email, a DM, some link from a source that seems legit, but there's just that split second of hesitation. That little voice in your head asking, is this the click that's going to wreck my computer?
Well, what if it didn't have to be a gamble anymore? What if you could click on any link, explore any weird corner of the web you wanted to, and know with 100% certainty that any nasty code stays far, far away from your actual computer? That, right there, is the entire promise of a virtual browser.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What exactly is a virtual browser?
Think of it like this. Imagine you have a robot inside a perfectly clean, sealed-off laboratory. You get a suspicious package in the mail. Instead of opening it yourself, you tell the robot to do it. The robot opens it, shows you what's inside on a video screen, and hey, if that package happens to explode, well, it makes a mess in the lab, but you are perfectly safe watching from behind a thick pane of glass. That's exactly what a virtual browser does. The browser itself, the robot, is running on a secure computer somewhere in the cloud. All you get is a safe video stream of the web page.
So the process is actually pretty simple. When you go to a website, your request doesn't go straight there. It goes to a secure cloud server. That server spins up a brand new, clean browser session, loads the website, and lets all the code, the good, the bad, the ugly, run right there. Then it just streams a perfectly safe, interactive video of the result back to you. The end result? All that risky code, all the malware and trackers, they're all trapped in the cloud, completely isolated. They never, ever get a chance to run on your machine.
Now you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but isn't this just a really fancy VPN? That's a super common question. And while they both give you more privacy, they are solving two completely different problems. A VPN is like an armored car for your data. It hides your location and encrypts your traffic so no one can snoop on it. But if you download and open a malicious file from inside that armored car, you've still brought the danger inside with you. The code runs on your computer. A virtual browser, on the other hand, isolates the dangerous thing itself. The malicious code never even gets in the car. It runs in that separate, sealed-off lab we talked about.
All right, so the market for this tech is really heating up. Let's meet the three biggest contenders you should be looking at for 2025. First up, we have Sendwin, and we're calling this one the Team Collaborator. If your daily grind involves working with a team and juggling a ton of different online accounts, this is the one built from the ground up for you. Sendwin's real magic is all about teamwork. You can have totally separate, isolated browser profiles for every single login, so your cookies never get mixed up. But the real killer feature? You can share an active logged-in session with a teammate, which is one click. They can jump right into that account and get to work without you ever having to share a password. And because it's all in the cloud, there's absolutely nothing to install.
So, to put it simply, if you're part of an agency, a marketing team, or you're a recruiter who lives in a world of shared logins and credentials, Sendwin is basically designed to solve your biggest daily headaches.
Okay, our second contender has a totally different approach. Meet the NetworkChuck Cloud Browser, which we're calling the Disposable Shield. Its whole philosophy is simple. Use it once, then nuke it for more.
Yeah, NetworkChuck is all about temporary, single-use security. Every single time you launch a session, it's a completely fresh, clean slate. And when you close the tab, the entire thing is just gone. Poof, no trace left behind. The absolute best part is the browser extension. You can be on any web page, right-click any link, and just choose Open in Cloud Browser. It's like the ultimate panic button for a link you don't trust.
This makes it pretty much perfect for anyone who needs a really quick, really cheap, and super effective way to check something out without any risk. We're talking security researchers, journalists, or hey, even just a curious student who wants to poke around some of the sketchier parts of the internet safely.
And that brings us to our final contender, Kasm Cloud Personal. And honestly, this one just takes things to a completely different level. This isn't just a browser. We're calling this the Power Users Toolkit.
Kasm's big showstopper is that you get more than just a browser. You can launch entire disposable desktops. Think a full Linux or Windows environment right inside a browser tab.
It even has a special tier designed for what's called OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence, which comes preloaded with a whole suite of tools for doing online investigations. It's basically an entire security lab that you can spin up on demand.
So yeah, this makes Kasm the obvious choice for anyone who needs more than just a safe browser. This is for the security pros, the data analysts, or just the serious tinkerers who need a full-blown, powerful, and totally disposable computer ready to go at a moment's notice.
All right, so we've met the players. Now it's time for the main event. Let's put them head-to-head and see how they actually compare.
So here's how it breaks down. You can see Sendwin is built for team collaboration, priced per user. NetworkChuck and Kasm, on the other hand, are for individuals and priced by the hour. And you'll notice that term disposable RBI, that just stands for remote browser isolation, which is the core tech here. Both NetworkChuck and Kasm use that fully disposable model where nothing is saved. That's the key difference from Sendwin, which needs those persistent sessions for its team features.
When you look at the starting price, the story becomes crystal clear. NetworkChuck comes in at an incredibly low $7 a month, with Kasm not far behind at $10. Sendwin's higher price point really highlights its different mission. It's not for casual, metered use. It's a tool for ongoing business workflows.
So after all that, how do you decide? Which one is actually the right one for you? Well, it really just boils down to one simple question.
You just have to ask yourself, what is my number one priority? Is it all about productivity and collaborating with a team? If you're managing tons of logins and you need to share access safely, you go with Sendwin, no question. Or is your main priority your own personal security and just being able to open sketchy links without worry? Then your choice is between NetworkChuck for its awesome price and simplicity, or Kasm for its advanced power user features.
So here it is, the bottom line. Sendwin is your productivity engine for working with a team. NetworkChuck is your best value panic button for suspicious links. And Kasm is your full-blown security lab in the cloud. 3 different tools for 3 very different jobs. You know, your web browser isn't just another app. It is the main front door to your entire digital life. And for years, most of us have just left that door, well, kind of unlocked. Now that these tools are affordable and easy to use, you really have to ask yourself, isn't it time to finally change the locks?